Brett Voyage, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. Thanks for hitting on the thumbnail and picture of this one. And like the title says, what's holding you back and stopping you from coming to Cambodia? I'm not just talking about living, but even coming to visit. So I had a thought about, I ended up coming here really by accident. When the world opened up, I was in Thailand. Hang on, I've got an ant. I was in Thailand when everything opened up, and then Cambodia opened up next. I thought, I'll go there. I didn't plan to come here, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when you do get here. So let's explore that. What's holding you back? I think often it's the fear of the unknown. When I first came here back in 2022, I didn't really know much about here, only the turbulent past. I didn't know much about it. But once I got here and found what it was like, I was like, wow. So the unknown can put you off, but you'll never know until you go. So I'm glad I did that a few years ago and I found a place to live. But the unknown can hold you back. But everything you never knew until you do. So maybe that's not such a good option. Come and find out. I think the next one is really overthinking. I was an overthinker. I do a lot less thinking now, which is pretty obvious. But I was an overthinker. You were always planning the what ifs. And part of the overthinking is the what if. Like, oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if? I still do that. The main time I do that is if I'm not here. Like if I have to go somewhere else, like to update some paperwork or do something over in Australia, my brain races off with the, oh, what if this happens if the borders shut again? I think that damaged me a lot. Comment below if that damaged you. Once borders were shut down, boy, that messed with my brain. But yeah, it's the overthinking. It's the going through every scenario. And your brain does that automatically. That's not you. You're not your brain. Hey! I don't know who that is. So, you're not your brain. Your brain's there to look after you and protect you, and it runs scenarios. So it's like a little mini computer constantly running scenarios to warn you of any threats. Now, those threats may not be coming, but your overthinking will run those scenarios to try and protect you. But because we're an emotional being, we jump onto that and develop fears and really unrealistic expectations thinking that's going to happen. So overthinking could be stopping you as well. So if you relax, accept you're thinking about that stuff, but put it to a side and then go with it anyway. See what happens. Now, one that I definitely had for a very long time, and that's suffering from the boiling frog syndrome. I think you stop from doing a lot of new things and going to different places by the boiling frog syndrome, which is to actually cook a frog, you can put it in normal water, turn the gas on underneath and let it slowly boil up. It won't know it's cooking, really, until it's too late. And that's what happens to us as people. We'll be in an area, stay in there, things will change, but because of the boiling frog syndrome and just staying and readjusting to each minor change, we don't realise how bad it's got. So for a lot of the time that I stayed where I was, I just kept going through it. But once you jump out of the water, you realise how hot that water was and it was cooking you, and then you can look at other options. I think that's why I've ended up being able to stay here, retire here. It's because I jumped out of the boiling water and saw something different, lived differently, and really found out for myself what it was like, because you'll experience the country for yourself, not how other people do. Everybody's experience will be individual and different. So yeah, perhaps it's a boiling frog that's stopping you. I think also it's that fear of change. Change is a difficult thing. The weird thing is that it's the one constant. There will always be change. Even here now, as I'm experiencing this, there's change. Each time it's different, each trip is different, and things change. But if it's going to be a major change, like going to another country, that can be almost really insurmountable for some people. And it's up to you. It's your decision to come here. But if it's the fear of change, just accept that change happens all the time. So you might just be able to get here and find the change isn't so bad. And after all, if it is like something you don't want, you can always leave. So fear of change often stops things. But if you get over that, it could open up some great doors to visit amazing places. Not only Cambodia, but perhaps the world. Wow, monkeys down here. They're the two monkeys I saw a few weeks ago. I saw them on the other side of the river. Ah, monkeys here. Monkeys here in Siem Reap, right by the river. And the river's really low at the moment. Look how low that river is. They must have released some water. But yeah, I saw them before. I recognise them. There's a little one and a big one. Oh, where are you going? I have a bit of a fear of monkeys. Find them a bit terrifying. There he goes. Where could he be going? He's right in town here. He's like right in town. Here comes the other one. Here's the other one following. Turned into a bit of a National Geographic special. Look at that, right here in town, two monkeys. The other one's running along the street up there. Boy, that's the lowest I've seen the river here. That is really low. Look how low that is. Wow. I must have let a lot of water go. Hey, thanks for staying right to the end. Really appreciate it. Okay, if you could hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. And a huge thank you to everybody that has done that, both years ago and just recently. And you might even be doing it right now. Thank you. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.